What's going on, Motivators? Humble Marine here. Today we're going to talk about the first things you should do when you play Enlisted.
To fight for right and freedom in this merciless battleground we reign. We're the embodiment of power and pain. With every strike, we conquer with might, leaving a trail of devastation in our wake.
So the first thing you do, you go to your research tree for whichever faction you want to play as, and you got this entire tree and you're thinking, what do I do? What do I do? Most of it's going to be locked, but there are some first steps that you can take to help yourself, get a little head start. The first thing that I would do is get the M50 Rising. That gives you the medical squad. But basically, you want to get the M50 Rising because you have a submachine gun class that you can take to the battlefield. So it'll give you an extra squad, and that'll give you an assaulting capability, basically. You're not really using it so much as medical, but you're using it as an assaulting ability. The next thing that I would do is try and get an anti-tank weapon. So you start out with, if you're the Americans, the boys' anti-tank rifle. Go ahead and get that anti-tank rifle, because you're going to want some capability to be able to take out vehicles. It's not the easiest to take out vehicles with this anti-tank rifle. However, you can track the vehicle, and that'll allow you to get closer to it and use other methods to destroy the vehicle. You can still take out some of the vehicles with the anti-tank rifle. It's just a little bit harder, and you have to know, you have to be close enough, and you have to know where to penetrate the vehicles. The next thing, so you've got your assault class with the Rising. You've got your anti-tank rifle with the boys ATR. Now, the next thing after that, you go ahead and get you the Enfield P14. And this goes along every class. These are all classes, class-wise. So with the reason why you would go with the Enfield P14 here is because it gives you this squad, the Engineer Squad. The Engineer Squad allows you to place down spawn points. Spawn points allow you to get more points for that specific squad. Every teammate that spawns on there gives you points. That'll also help when you're on the battlefield and you need to be able to get behind the enemy, go around, place a spawn point, and then you can attack from another direction. And the next thing I would probably unlock after that would be the tanks. So you go ahead and start with the M3 Stuart here. M13 if it isn't already unlocked, but then go ahead and grab the M3 Stuart. That way you get something with a little bit of armor, and of course, trying to upgrade as much as possible. That'll get you something to go out on the battlefield, and you'll be able to fight other tanks a little bit better than having just the boys ATR, anti-tank rifle. The next thing I wanted to talk about goes with your anti-tank capabilities. You want to equip your characters with the TNT charge. The reason why you're equipping your characters with this TNT charge is you can go jump on top of a tank, place the charge, run away, and then detonate it, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to kill the tank. And you can have that on every single character. The other thing that I would do is get the explosion packs. The explosion packs are basically, it's a throwable TNT. It's not as strong as the TNT charge that you place down on the ground, so don't get those confused. The TNT charge does not throw, it's a placement. The TNT charge is a lot more powerful. The explosion pack gives you a little bit of distance that you can throw it on top of a vehicle, and I would say it's probably like a 70% solution on destroying most vehicles. So that's why it's important to track the vehicles. And the last thing that I wanted to go ahead and let you know is it comes with the Engineer. So you got your Engineer here. He's got his construction hammer. Make sure you have your construction hammer on there, so that way you can place down your spawn points. And then the other thing about the spawn points is that as you're placing them down, your opponents are going to be placing them down too. So you're going to end up hearing some kind of like Morse code sound while you're in game. That means there's an enemy spawn nearby, and you want to take those out. You just go up to it and hit it or shoot it, and that'll get rid of it. That's my top stuff, starting out. That's what I would recommend. Those things, you go ahead. Make sure you got your engineers, anti-tank, medical class, which is the assaulting. Make sure you have the TNT packs. You have the TNT charges. Make sure you're placing down spawns to help your team, and make sure you're taking out enemy spawns, which also helps your team. Thank you for watching. This is a quick one. We'll see you next time. Humble Marine, out.